covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
New at 6, thinking of a career in law enforcement? We show you a new local program that teaches you what you need to know.
Plus,
we need to return that cart to its owner.
Tackling a shopping cart theft problem head on. We'll show you a new plan in the works in Oroville.
But first,
there's nothing that can heal that hole. You know, we just have to find a way to cope and survive and get on.
we have new details about the Chico State student whose life was cut short by a kidnapping and murder. We've been following this heartbreaking story of Athena Pasadakis, who was kidnapped at gunpoint before a chase and deadly shooting in Chico.
It happened last week, and Action News Now reporter Nathan Espandula is live at Chico State, where Pasadakis attended school. Nathan, how are her loved ones or family members dealing with this loss?
Alan, everybody is very heartbroken with the loss, and this building behind me here is the building where Athena Pasadakis attended most of her classes, and I spoke with the chair of her department, and he told me she was very loved and that she will be very missed. Athena Pasadakis was the victim of what police say was a kidnapping that ended in a murder-suicide. And I spoke with her family, and they told me that there's nothing that can heal the hole she left in their lives. Her family also told me that Athena struggled a lot throughout her life with health issues, including a rare disease that required she go through chemotherapy at a very young age. However, even with all of this, her family told me that Athena was a resilient woman.
Athena was just an amazing daughter and young woman. She had many struggles throughout her life, and she really rose to the occasion every time, never got down or depressed, even though she was in some really tight situations.
She was such a light and so positive. Like, I haven't even had anything close to what she's experienced happen to me, and I'm not even as positive and fun and a light like she is.
I also reached out to Butte Home Health, where Athena was interning, and they told me that they are deeply mourning her loss and that everyone who worked with her really loved her. And there will be 2 vigils to remember Athena's life. One of them will be here at Chico State at 7:30 p.m. at the Kendall Lawn, and the other will be in Redding at the Diesel Horse Park, also at 7:30. Live in Chico, I'm Nathan Espandula for Action News Now.
Thank you for that report, Nathan. Now you can see the full interview with Athena's family. It'll be on our website tonight. Just find this story at actionnewsnow.com.
New at 6, new developments in the case of the 15-year-old student arrested for stabbing another student at Gridley High School. The court has ordered a psychological exam. The Butte County District Attorney's Office says the suspect's public defender asked for a continuance of 2 weeks. That happened today in court. The stabbing happened last month in the school's locker room. The victim was expected to be released from the hospital last week, but full recovery will take months longer. The suspect will be returning to juvenile court on April 23rd.
There's a new plan in the works to address shopping cart theft in Oroville.
Action News Now reporter Sade Pullen joins us live from near the Walmart there. Sade, what kind of issues are these stolen carts bringing to the city?
So, Haley, it's a blight and an environmental concern, since usually these shopping carts are filled with trash and debris. Councilmember Sean Weber is proposing an ordinance to remove abandoned and stolen shopping carts from the streets and return them to their store owners. This ordinance would include a collaboration with code enforcement and law enforcement in order to get this done.
And then it adds to an incredible amount of blight that we'll see in certain areas in town. For instance, code enforcement, working in conjunction with the City Works program, removed 335,000 pounds of trash and debris from different encampments last year alone, and they're on par to pass that number by far this year.
Weber says that most of the trash that was found last year was transported mostly by shopping carts. He also recommends that businesses with shopping carts install locks on the wheels so the carts can't leave the premises past a certain perimeter. Weber says that he's also looking into grant money through the Butte County Continuum of Care to be used as the offset for the building of the cart retrieval program. Reporting in Oroville, I'm Sade Pullen with Action News Now.
Okay, thank you, Sade. There's no city code regarding cart theft specifically, but state law says the penalties for stealing a shopping cart could include a fine of up to $1,000 and 6 months in county jail.
Take a look at this. This is earlier today at Hooker Oak Park in Chico. Plenty of sunshine and children and parents and dogs out enjoying the beautiful day. You know, guys, it really was one of those days where you wish you did. No offense, you guys, but you wish you could just stay out and walk in the park or whatever. So nice.
Right. It's really a beautiful time of year, and it's not going to last too terribly long.
No, I mean, it's beautiful here year round for the most part, but these are comfortable times. Like, I haven't had my thermostat on for over a week or two, and you won't be able to do that in the near future when the temperatures start to heat up. And it is kind of warm out there today. You don't have the winds to even cool you down because the winds are now on the lighter side. Now, here's our humidity levels just for future use. Remember, eventually these are going to start dropping down to 15% or low. We don't have to really worry about that at the moment. But temperatures above average today. How long will this heat last? Will our winds pick up? Will it rain? Well, we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes, Alan.
Thanks, Howie. Well, new numbers from the Reading Police Department show that while violent and property crimes went down, reports of homicides, rapes, and robberies all increased.
Action News Now reporter Blake Mayfield breaks down the statistics for us.
According to the Reading Police Department, 5 more homicides, 8 more rapes, and 6 more robberies occurred in the city last year compared to 2023. 2024 also saw police make a record amount of arrests, with 11,251 people taken into custody, nearly 3,000 more than the year before. On average, Reading Police responded to about 290 calls a day, a slight increase from 281 calls a day in 2023.
But not all the stats went up, with aggravated assaults, property crime, motor vehicle theft, and burglaries all taking a dip last year compared to 2023.
RPD's crime stats were requested by City Council member Dr. Paul Danuka after the Shasta County Board of Supervisors held 2 separate public safety summits earlier this year. In a phone call, Chief Barner told me he's pleased with his department as they continue working to reduce crime. But more unfulfilled positions may pose an issue, as Chief Barner says his department will be down from 122 officers from when he was hired in 2023 to 105 next month, due to some retiring or quitting the department. At the Sundial Bridge, people told me off camera they've noticed less transient activity, adding that they're grateful the police have tools like Prop 36 to help enforce the law. Reporting in Reading, I'm Blake Mayfield, Action News Now.
In response to the city of Reading's $5 million deficit, Chief Barner says he reassigned 2 of his 4 officers from the city's crisis intervention response team back in February. That team helps handle police calls that involve people experiencing a mental health crisis. PG&E is using high-tech new tools to keep you safe from wildfires, but what will it cost you? All of us. We're going to break it down.
And new at 6, walls are going up on the ridge. We'll show you a tradition that you can be a part of in 2 minutes.